time to wake up. It's time to wake up. It's time to wake up. It's time to wake up.
Basically, you got two startups giants over there. Mark, you can start. Maybe you can tell me. Do you feel nervous at all?
If not now, I mean, that might be a problem. So a solid yes.
Okay. A little bit of nervous is always good. What about you?
Oh, yes, but I guess it's part of the game, right?
Right. It's part of the game. Don't hate the player. Don't hate the game either. Just love the game. What about you, Marianne?
I had my coffee. I'm good to go.
Oh, that's a lot of energy. Coffee drinkers, are you in the house?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I know coffee drinkers are here. Okay, so as you know, basically, you're going to get the 5 minutes. It's going to be a hard 5-minute cut, Mark, everybody. So if you see the time is up, if you hear us clapping, you can start clapping as well. And then basically, in a little bit, I'm going to take a seat. They're going to be here then, space for questions. And let me double check. Once I say your time starts, you can start. So
Great, thank
your
you.
time starts now.
Okay, so here we go. The question is, why am I here? So what brought me to this stage? I've been an advertiser for more than 2 decades. I've been working for cigarettes, and I'm not talking about wiping. No, I've been talking for cars, working for cars, and not talking about electrified cars and alcohol, which can be fine, okay? But I really thought 8 years ago, I need to change this. I don't want to do this anymore. Because why should I spend my time, my energy, my talent, and my experience for things that are not good for the planet? And so they're not good for me at all, and not good for all of us. So this is the idea, to make my talent matter. And that's what I've done 8 years ago. So I started doing things that are really important to me. And one of these things is A-World. And I'm happy to present this today. And A-World is the platform that empowers people to live sustainable. So that's what it's all about. So I've got a question, and please do it with me together. It's an easy thing to do. So who thinks that he really, really cares about the planet? So hands up for the ones who really, really cares about the planet. So me too, as you can see, most of you, which I like. The thing is that I don't believe you. Yeah, and don't get me wrong, I feel a bit sorry for that, but there's a reason for it. The reason for it is that a lot of people out there, 77% of the people out there, they really want to know more about sustainability, but they don't know where to start. So there's a big need for action out there. But the problem is that sustainability itself is very complex, 17 SDGs only, that's a lot. So this is how it starts. So the people, what they need is a little bit of orientation there. And they need to know what's going on. They need to know what's their impact of their action. So there is this intention behavior gap. So that's a problem, first of all, but it's even more. What we see is that even the worry about the climate, that it has decreased from 70% to 68%. So that makes me worry. And there are a lot of people out there who simply don't believe anymore that we can do a change. And you know what? We cannot allow this. We cannot allow this. And that's why we're here, okay? So, and that's what A-World stands for. My name is Mark Feige. I'm representative of A-World in the DACH region. And A-World stands for Engaging and Educating Employees, Consumers, Citizens, and Students. That's what we stand for. So we are the most advanced tool to educate, engage, and help people reduce their carbon footprint. So it's what we've reached so far. We've got more than 2 million on this platform, 2 million people really participating, being active, fighting against the climate change. We've got more than 20 million activities worldwide so far. That's what we've reached. So that's the number, and that's an impact. And this is all made just like Duolingo. It works, okay? With gamifications, you've got challenges there are to-do lists, all those things. And the mission, it's all mission-based, it's gamified, it's an experience, and it drives the behavior change. So the impact is like that. So it's like co-piloting you. So we've got the carbon footprint, you can measure it, you can learn a lot, you get different topics there on this platform. You can see the actions, you can track the actions, you've got a to-do list. There is a mobility assistant, so you can see, and nobody is really aware of, when I just walk here or go by public transportation to the GreenTech Festival, I come here by, say, by bicycle, there is a big difference, but nobody really knows. But this works automatically with our mobility assistant. And there are challenges and there are gamification and rewards. And I really wish that the reward, that it would be enough to build a community or a leaderboard. But at the end of the day, it's always like a bicycle for 3,000 euros. That makes the people activate, or tickets for a Champions League final, things like this that work, okay, but that's the truth, okay? So, and then we've got a marketplace where we get points, there's an impact store where we can redeem what you have achieved. And yeah, this is the organization. So we work for corporates and the stakeholders are the customers, we want to activate them. That's what we do. So 1 second left, that's the moment when I say thank you. One more slide, 5 seconds more. So we work together with the United Nations.
Okay. Yeah, it's a hard cut. It's a hard cut.
Okay.
Not personal, not personal.
It was a pleasure. Thank you so much.
But Mark, I mean, we can ask questions right away.
Thank you, guys.
Some space for that. So, what would we think? I feel like a Shark Tank, right.
Honestly, I mean, I think it's an awesome idea. I would love to, though, now go away and also have a work on it myself this afternoon and discover it. I think that's the best way that you can also judge it. But I think it looks awesome.
Okay, Vuk.
I'd love to ask, how do you use the engagement that you create on the platform with some really clever behavioral mechanics, so to speak, to actually drive not just individual change, but systemic change as well? So how do you connect those two levels?
So what we do is basically how we activate the people is that when we do this together with corporates, okay, this platform is a white label, okay, so you can brand it, just the way you like it as a company. You can even focus on SDGs, so you can customize it. And then, of course, it needs activation inside that's a community inside the corporate, or if it's an institution or if it's a fan club, just like Juventus Turin, we're working on a project with Juventus Turin right now, which made us quite happy. So that's definitely what's needed, and that needs also the spirit from the company side. It's not just that we deliver the platform. It really needs engagement out of the company.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good question.
Thank you.
More questions from our side? Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's thank Mark for presentation. Thank you, Mark. All right, Macrina, you are up. And as soon as I see that you're at the center of the stage, I will tell you your time.
The center?
Whatever you want it to be.
Okay.
All right, your time starts now.
Hello, everyone. My name is Makwena Mwesi, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Viva Organica. We're an award-winning, innovative biotech based in Botswana, Southern Africa, and we're working hard to divert organic waste from landfills and produce rich organic fertilizers to support our smallholder farmers in growing drought-tolerant and nutrient-dense foods. It is through our collaborative partnerships in the public and private sector, and you're more than welcome to join us, that we're living out our mission in restoring our African soils and empowering over 12,000 smallholder farmers annually by the year 2025. With only 2.6 million mouths to feed back at home, we're struggling with a food shortage for the past 5 years and a whopping food import bill that stands at $11.3 billion. Now, why is this the case? I believe it's because of a number of internal and external factors that extend beyond the financial market and climate conditions. For instance, we have a government-imposed ban on certain food imports to stimulate our local food production supply. However, our farmers, particularly smallholder farmers, are struggling with high input costs due to the world recession that was brought on by COVID-19 and a disruption of supply chains because of the ongoing Ukraine and Russia war conflict. As a result, and as if we don't have it bad already, we have farmers adding less nutrients to their soil exacerbating the challenges that we face with meeting food security issues and soil quality. Now, this isn't an isolated issue. We have this happening all over Africa, where we have the average rate of nutrients being applied on soils being just 8 kgs of nutrients over a hectare of land. To put this into context, that is like a teaspoon of fertilizer over your typical coffee table. But we have realized that at Viva Organica, if we lean into science and adopt sustainable and regenerative agriculture techniques that prioritize soil health, we're able to reverse and transform our broken food system. At Viva Organica, we do just that. We may seem like a team of just 5 young men and women, but we have a fleet of thousands of soldiers, our beautiful earthworms here, where we leverage a biotech process called vermicomposting that transforms organic waste that is consumed by our earthworms to produce a nutrient-rich fertilizer. And with this, we have remediated over 200 tons of organic waste and produced our 2 most successful products, Vermigrow and BioBrew, which are both a derivative of vermicompost. In 2020, after our first seed funding, we scaled from a backyard into a farm and increased our production capacity by 90%, increased our customer base by 80% at the height of COVID-19 just through direct sales and online marketing. By the year end 2022, we emerged as one of the top 20 Youth Adapt winners, and we have since completed our agrochemical regulatory requirements, are now looking to implement our go-to-market strategy and grow into our fertilizer market in Africa that stands at $1.9 billion. Viva Organica is pan-African at heart, and so the problems that we are tackling just don't stay at home, but Africa at large. Smallholder farmers in Africa, and there are 33 million of us, form the backbone of agriculture in Africa, and 60% of these are women. Now, this is the niche that we're looking to develop and grow together and build a customized portfolio to meet their needs. And it is through this that we are currently building our partnerships in the green sector to expand our portfolio, not only to include organic fertilizers, but also non-GMO seeds and fungal-based biopesticides, along with an agri-tech platform that we're able to provide a robust integrated pest management strategy so that we are actually able to be sustainable in all angles. As our name suggests, Viva Organica, we're here to celebrate organics. We're fluent in sustainability, and we would love to have you on board. And our ask is to help us optimize our business processes through seed funding to roll out our products and services to our African market. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much. Wow, even, you were ready for the game. There was time left. Let me start here, and if there's any questions here. Otherwise, we can also ask the audience some questions. So what do we think?
My question is again about scaling. This sounds like an amazing solution, and we really need to take care of soil and make it rich. How do we push it beyond your home country and into broader sort of African, but also other regions? And what are the main mechanisms of the adoption that you see on the ground?
So the biggest thing is to form community engagements and looking into African trade agreements across Africa. So we have a couple. We have the African Trade Agreement. We also have SACU-M that also extends into a bit of the European market as well. So the biggest challenge that we're currently experiencing with our kind of market, and especially as a young startup, is fertilizers, no matter if it's organic or chemicals, classified as an agrochemical. And so we find that the regulations that dictate that sector, it's heavily regulated, and that's where we have a lot of giants, dominating the market. So it's through your support and through lobbying, being active as youth in policy making, that we're able to really roll out our program.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes. Maybe there's what, Marianne.
Okay, girl.
But was there a question?
Yeah, well, Marianne, before Marianne goes, Marquina, perhaps there's a question from the audience you want to answer?
Sure.
And we're going around with the mic if you have any questions. If not, we keep it going. Now you deserve that applause again. One more time, one more time.
Thank you.
That's right. Now Marianne, Sukafina, Rwanda. Your time starts now.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Marianne Wandra, and I work with Sukafina, a global coffee company, as a sustainability coordinator to support coffee farmers adopt sustainable farming practices. But before I introduce to you a solution, I'd like you to meet John Munezero, a smallholder coffee farmer in Rwanda, who's farming coffee and intercropping it with food crops to meet his household's nutritional needs. But over the recent years, John has been facing low farm productivity due to depleted coffee soils. He's also unable to address this challenge due to limited access to costly farm inputs. But we see a solution in the bio-waste that is produced during coffee processing. So what normally happens is that farmers pick the cherries on the side, and they bring them to wet mills, and then the wet mills process the coffee and they produce the coffee cherry pulp, which is the outer skin that is covering the coffee beans. This waste normally sits for over 8 months and decomposes. As it decomposes, it's emitting a lot of methane, which is a big greenhouse gas and affecting our climate. But we are able to harness and transform this coffee cherry pulp into viable organic fertilizer. So we have partnered with Protein, an agri-tech startup that is using insects to harness the power of black soldier fly to transform this waste into viable, nutrient-dense organic fertilizer. Because at Sukafina, we believe in shared value for all stakeholders in the coffee value chain. And the critical stakeholder is the producer, the farmer. So we have to invest in the farmer to ensure the sustainability of coffee and all East Africans. So we currently have the rebug to debug. We have a facility at one of the coffee wet mills in eastern Rwanda, and it's able to process up to 20 metric tons of waste on a monthly basis and turn it into 5 metric tons of organic fertilizer. So what normally happens is the pulp is collected, fed to the insects for a period of about 30 days, and the insects are effective at breaking down this bio-waste into nutrient-dense organic fertilizer. In terms of the impact, to begin with, we have tested our product. The field test compared it to the organic inputs that are currently in the market that smallholder farmers are using, such as cow dung, chicken manure. And the product, the supercharged organic fertilizer, was found to be high yielding and able to increase productivity by up to 18%. So far, we have seen 1,500 smallholder beneficiaries supporting from this program. We have distributed over 100 metric tons of organic fertilizer for the past 1 year. This product has enabled them to increase their farming productivity, increase their income, and also boost their agricultural resilience to climate change. So what are we looking for? We are looking for $300,000 to expand our footprint, establish additional units across Rwanda that can be able to break down up to 4,000 metric tons of waste. This will enable us to reach up to 6,000 smallholder farmers in Rwanda. We are looking for partners to enhance food security in Rwanda and also across East Africa, and to support and empower more farmers like John Munezero, to empower more farmers like John Munezero to increase their productivity, enhance their livelihood, and remove them from being vulnerable to food insecurity. This will also ensure that you're able to enjoy a cup of espresso on a daily basis. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Marianne. And let's see if there are any questions for you.
Okay.
I mean, I would ask, how is is there capital available to support such initiatives in Rwanda or Africa, or is it very, very hard, or have you found that there's a market, it's been developing in recent years and there's good progress?
I think it's been developing through the recent years. To begin with, the initial capital we got was through the WFP Innovation Accelerator that enabled us to set up the input. But we are also working with companies like Sukafina to cover the production cost because the farmer is unable to access or afford this input. So that is one of our source of capital. At the moment, we are not selling the inputs to the farmers, but we are looking for middlemen who can cover the cost and give the inputs to the farmers. Thank you.
And what are the main barriers to scaling production? Like, what are difficult things on production side?
On the production side, so one of the challenges is the cost of setting up the inputs. We're using incubators. Incubators are efficient and they eliminate the methane that is produced during composting. The other limitation that we are having, it's also climate. The insects are really climate sensitive. They're more of weather sensitive. So that's why we're using like shipping containers to grow the insects. So those are the main limitations that you're facing in production. And the other limitation that we're facing is access to raw materials. So with a decrease in coffee production, it also decreases the raw materials.
There is less biomass to work with.
The biomass that is needed for it.
Okay.
Thank you.
I see we have our first question from the audience.
Hi, my name is Julian. Thank you for the very great idea and the brave actions.
Yes.
I would love to encourage you to go, for example, to really invest in partnerships like Nespresso. They are here, they say they really care about sustainability.
Yes.
So Nespresso maybe could be a great partner. And if you want, we can go together to the store and I will ask her with you.
I love that. Thank you, Thomas Wagner. Thank you.
Okay, any more questions? I'm going once. Oh, right there, David. They're bringing the mic to you, brother. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is David. Awesome startups. It's a question actually to all three startups. It's what is your business model? How are you planning to scale this into something that sustains itself? So maybe you can start with that.
Thank you, Dev. So our business model for now is that we are working with intermediaries. We're not working directly with the smallholder farmers due to limited purchasing power. So we reach out to companies that are producing huge amounts of waste. We establish our production unit and we bioconvert it. Then this company, because they are able to reduce their carbon footprint, they will finance the production and then we give the inputs for free to farmers. Thank you.
Thank you.
And yeah, wait on that. I want them all to answer. And then Makwena, what is your answer to that question?
Yes, similar to hers as well. We form partnerships with food retail stores and divert the organic waste to our factory plant. And from that, currently we've been selling directly to our retailers. But back home, one of our biggest supporters, our government is actually very supportive in agriculture. And so we're looking to form a business model, a B2G, along with B2B as well, so that we also have a middleman and not directly deal with the smallholder farmers so they can still access our inputs as well.
Okay, and last but not least, Mark.
Yeah, so how we're making money, that's the question, huh? So we're partnering with the UN, first of all, but we're not an NGO. So, because what we do is when we give this, this white label platform to corporates, they have to pay for it, okay? Because that's the business model, basically. I think that's absolutely okay. To me, it's like you can do good and you can do well. That comes from Change Now, from last year, from Paris. And here, just like Nico, comes from Alexander Mars. He said that, and that was quite impressive to me. He said that, of course, you can do good things, but you can also make money with it. So you can do good and you can do well. And I think the time is never better than now to do this. So thank you.
Thank you, Mark. Now let's give them all a big round of applause. Viva Organica, A-World, and Sukafina, Rwanda. Thank you for presenting. Now, here's the part of the game.
Okay.
Everybody, I want you to quickly take your phones out. I like that. You were quicker than me, brother. Please take out your phone, and we're going to have a QR code in which you can immediately vote for the startup that you think deserves the win today. I don't have my phone on me, so you're going to have to vote for me, I guess. So, and I think we're going to see the results real time. So, Fuk, what do we think?
Let's see how those scores look like.
Hey, are you used to this type of results?
Yes,
or?
of course.
Okay,
because we use actually kind of voting a lot of time in our Shark Tank as well to get a bit of a broader perspective on what are the thoughts in the room.
Right. So how do you then, the question is, because some people might have an opinion, sometimes popularity doesn't mean better.
True.
So how do you bridge that gap?
Well, that's why we typically do it at the end where a lot of the opinions are heard.
Okay.
But also that's why we try to involve multiple perspectives, and it's not just those people who feel confident to speak up a lot, have their opinions heard as well. So it's a delicate balance.
Roger that. And do you think people are now biased because they might see the one that is leading and the one that is not, or you think they're picking the right one?
No, but I'm just I can feel for our founders over there because this is intense.
Very much
at
so,
least
especially
we could have
in real
kept the surprise till the end or something. To watch it live like that is.
And especially when all three great
That's right.
products, great companies, and great teams, no doubt.
Absolutely. Now let me ask Marianne, for you, how was it? How was presenting here at GreenTech? Tell me your experience.
Yes?
Yeah, you could just answer right there. I'm just walking around. The stage is too big. I got to use it. So what do you think? What was your experience presenting? You felt confident?
Yes, I felt confident. And I think yesterday's Hunger Pitch Slam with the WFP gave me the confidence to come on stage and also refine my presentation and everything. I also like the fact that the crowd is really engaging.
Right.
It's an energy booster, so thank you all.
Yeah.
That's right. Absolutely. You deserve that applause.
Yeah, I agree. The crowd is everything. But more than that, I feel that if you come on stage and speak authentically, speak with passion about what you're doing, there's absolutely nothing that could come in the way. But, I believe that we're all winners. Entrepreneurship is no easy thing. And it goes beyond producing a product. It can be a service-based app, and you're doing amazing, Mark. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's great. Thanks for that. Yes. See, it is an engaged audience. I don't even have to ask them then. So, Mark, what is your experience?
So I think I felt no competition. I think that there was no competition here on the stage. Huh? So a good spirit, three great ideas. Congratulations to Viva Organic. You deserve this.
Thank you.
So all the best to you.
Okay.
Are we ready to declare, or is there a last wave?
Right, that's okay, so 13 seconds to go, 10 seconds to go. Can we say, I feel like, during election day.
I was going.
Let's look at the polls.
Are you ready to call? Just call it.
And there we have it. We have our winner, Viva Organica. I think we can stand up.
Do I go on stage?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Right here.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so first let's come together to take a picture. I know the photographer is very
Amazing.
active. I can never see him until the picture.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. It's a great product.
All right, let's stand here. Make some noise for Viva Organica, people. Congratulations. Now one picture with each of you, so one with Nico and one with Vuk.
Okay.
So Vuk, just stand to the side a little bit.
Sorry.
Real quick picture. And you two, don't go away. We need a picture with you as well. Now with Vuk also.
Well done.
There we go. I do want to bring on the two finalists as well for a picture.
Once again,
that's right.
Great presentations and fantastic products. Thank you.
Now let's take a group picture of everybody. Like this, yes. All right.
Thanks.
And was it said actually that the value in service is up to $200,000 from BCG, depending on how things go. So it's really a substantial support. So it's going to be extremely valuable.
Oh, wow.
And to be honest with you, it's less about that money tag, but really our teams are going to be incredibly enthusiastic to work on these topics. They've actually touched these topics in these regions, and they're trying to make the impact with the related solutions. We've done a lot in sort of working with the smallhold founders in other regions of the world, and we can't wait to dive in and discover how can we accelerate you on your journey.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, Viva Organica, the winner, A-Word, and Sukafina, Rwanda. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's time to wake up.